Today, I would like to talk about the power problem in Bangladesh. According to a press release, about 40,000 officers and employees of the country's 80 rural electricity associations are being deprived of various facilities due to dual policy of the Rural Electrification Board. The workers engaged in the work of electricity supply in the remote areas of Bangladesh are being subject to perceived discrimination in terms of promotion in the job, including ranks, salary, bonus, even if they work in similar situations in similar companies, two different companies actually. To address the strike by the Rural Electrification Cooperative Society in Bangladesh today, the following steps could be taken. Engage in dialogue, open communication channels with the striking workers, bring them in different small groups to understand their grievance and explain the broader vision for reform. Ensure that their voices are heard and that the reform process is transparent. From a task, uh, Form a task force. Actually, the task force will establish uh, some sort of representative uh, group of people, those who are scholars, uh, actually from the interim government and also cooperative society, labor unions, and other relevant stakeholders. This task force should be responsible for overseeing the reform process, ensuring transparency and protecting workers' rights. ILO representatives can also be partner in this. Immediate moratorium on the hiring, implement a temporary freeze on new hiring at this moment within the Rural Electrification Cooperative Society until the assessment and reform process are complete. This will prevent further politically motivated appointments. And also we can perhaps hire some new people for only emergency purposes. Assessment and auditing. Begin a comprehensive assessment and auditing process to evaluate the legality of current employment practice. This process should include reviewing records of legally required worker benefit, adherence to ILO policy, and proof of workers' enrollment in relation to the programs they are in. Skills training program, launch a skill training initiative for workers with the aim of improving their employability both within and outside Bangladesh. Workers who complete the training could be deployed to work in Japan, China, Middle East, or even integrated into the police and military and agriculture sectors. Pre-employment assessment can also be over for the next 6 months, so we can conduct an in-depth review of the employees to identify those who were hired based on the merits versus political connections. Those found to be politically appointed should be reassessed for re-employment based on merit and adherence to labor law policies. legislative action. Work towards having these reforms and packages discussed in Parliament. So, even though there is no Parliament now, but we can prepare this for the future Parliament, ensuring that the interim government actions are backed by legal framework and supported by national consensus. And it will be a kind of advance organizer for the future employment. Public communication, keep the public and media informed about the progress of the reform, the rationale behind them, and how they will benefit the nation. Transparency is a key to gaining public support and reducing opposition. International collaboration, collaborate with international bodies like the ILO to ensure that the reform process aligns with global labor standards, and this will also help negotiating the overseas employment workers trained under the skills program. There are 74 areas government of Bangladesh is preparing to send workers overseas. So this could be part of the standardization of employment practices, development and implementation of standardized employment practices across the rural energy sector, focusing on fairness, transparency, and merit-based hiring, while ensuring compliance with labor laws and protection of workers' rights. Basically, these steps should help resolving the strike while laying down the foundation for long-term reform and development in the rural electrification cooperative society in Bangladesh. One important thing is these workforce, they are actually perhaps not qualified enough to do what they are doing today. Maybe if they are trained, there will be a surplus of workers, even though they claim that there are shortage of workers. But with efficiency, they can actually perform better. And some automation is also possible. And in that case, many of them, because they are trained with skills training, they can get immigration to modern countries and work in Middle East, and as I mentioned, they can go to different countries like Japan, where at least 5 to 7 million Bangladeshis can go in next 5 years. So there are a lot of opportunities, but those who are striking today, they should give time to this interim government to think how to work out the solution for them in consultation with them, and also international agencies like ILO and many other human rights organizations. I see a very bright future for them because they are in a good sector. This is a very highly demanded sector around the world. So they should not be just politicizing this in line with the previous government, thinking that they will be useless in the present system or future system. They are going to be more valuable, and Professor Muhammad Yunus is coming up with his zero unemployment idea, which can also be a good start for the new government, democratic government when elected. And please allow him to actually set up the foundation of this huge employment opportunity in the future. Thank you.